Hello, Reentry community, and welcome back for another installation of Wise Owl Wednesdays. Again, I am Chris Gomez, Academic Counselor with the Reentry Student Program, and to my left, Gina Niceforo, current student staff with the Reentry Student Program. Today we'll be focusing on support services, specifically within CE3, an acronym you want to get used to. It stands for Centers for Educational Equity and Excellence, providing services for traditionally underrepresented communities. There's a total of 14 programs under CE3, 8 of which we will touch on today that we have found or identified as typically most relevant to the reentry student community and experience. For more information on the 14 total programs under CE3, you can check out the website at ce3.berkeley.edu. Now we will transition to Gina to help fill us in a bit about those 8 programs I mentioned just a minute ago.
Hi everyone, we're going to start with EOP, Educational Opportunity Program. The EOP provides services for low-income, historically underrepresented first-generation college students. Unlike community college, you qualify for EOP if you identify with any one of those 3 things. So they provide great services for students, including individualized academic counseling, comprehensive support services, and they have an extensive campus referral network. EOP also provides basic need resources, financial assistance. There's a great advising wheel they came up with on their website. They can help you figure out who to talk to about different issues you may be having, as well as a gown lending program for when you graduate, and graduate school resources, including workshops. So they're located in 119 Cesar Chavez, and I recommend as soon as you can signing up for EOP if you qualify for any of those. It's a pretty easy process. Go in there and talk to some people and they'll get you all set up. And EOP is a great resource for us. If you need some more information, EOP has a website at eop.berkeley.edu. So check it out. So the next program we're going to talk about, I don't know, my personal favorite, is the Reentry Student Program, RSP, which is geared towards us, non-traditional age students, typically 25 and older, or students returning to college after a significant break. RSP provides a number of services. We do OWLS meetings, which is older, wiser learners. We do a couple meetings a week, just building community and getting to know one another. Staff and peer advising. We have a great Facebook page that provides all our information about resources, a couple scholarships specific to reentry students that you can find on the website that I recommend getting on. Those are typically due at the end of September. Education 198 courses, which are transition courses for specific reentry students, and peer leadership in the classroom, which is a course to get students who are interested in advising to learn advising strategies. Reentry Student Program is currently located at 102 Hearst Gymnasium. It combined with the Veterans Center. And you can find out more information at the Reentry website, which is reentry.berkeley.edu. Also, we've been receiving a lot of questions from reentry students specifically about the services we provide, so look forward to hopefully later in this week an Ask an Owls video, which will talk about the specific services that the Reentry Student Program does provide for non-traditional age students. Another great valuable resource for reentry students is the Transfer Student Center. A great deal of reentry students are transfers, so the majority of us benefit from this space. It's a space specifically for transfers to study and connect with one another. They also provide academic counseling, great success workshops all throughout the year, almost weekly. There's a Major Insights mentorship program and starting point mentorship program that I highly recommend you look into on the website. And there's a lot of leadership and work study opportunities over there. They also have some EDU 198 transition courses that are specifically just for transfer students in general. And the Transfer Center is located at 100 Cesar Chavez. By the way, they have microwaves and water station. Just want to point that out. Some of our favorite stuff there. So if you want more information about it, check out their website as well at transfers.berkeley.edu.
Thank you very much, Gina. If I may introduce the next two programs, specifically because I identify with these programs, I hold near and dear to my heart. During my undergrad career, a couple of programs I utilized quite often. One being the Student Parent Center, located also in 100 Cesar Chavez. The Student Parent Center is a one-stop shop for anything having to do with, family life. Being a student parent here on campus, or having dependents of whatever sort, anywhere from childcare, situating housing, situating certain benefits you're entitled to, the rundown on Title IX protections, and just a great overall community and family vibe with a connection of like-minded folks. And who share common experience. And again, I would like to specify that the holistic support you will receive at the Student Parent Center is not limited to undergrads. Graduate students as well frequent the space and are served just the same. And for more information on the Student Parent Center here at Berkeley, you can look at the website studentparents.berkeley.edu. Program number 2 for me, the Cal Veteran Services Center, currently located in 102 Hearst Memorial Gymnasium. The Cal Veteran Services Center is dedicated to providing services and support holistically to current veterans, active duty, reserve, and dependents. For more information on the Veteran Services Center, you can look at the website veterans.berkeley.edu.
So the next program I'm going to talk about is Berkeley Underground Scholars. So Berkeley Underground Scholars creates a pathway for formerly incarcerated and system-impacted individuals in higher education. They build a school-to-prison pipeline through recruitment, retention, and advocacy. They provide a lot of great services such as a support system, community, events, common space, staff advising, all sorts of great resources for our underground scholars. They now are located in a new building as of today, located at 2400 C Bancroft Way. And if you would like more information about the underground scholars, check out their website at undergroundscholars.berkeley.edu. So next, we're going to talk about Berkeley Hope Scholars. The Hope Scholars Center is located at 109 Cesar Chavez, so in the same building as the Transfer Center there and the Student Parent Center. Berkeley Hope Scholars identify as current or former foster youth, probation youth, or students who were orphaned before the age of 18. So it's an academic retention program at Berkeley that supports all incoming freshmen, transfer, and continuing students. So works for entry students as well. The Hope Scholars Program works to provide financial need when they're able to. They have transition courses, the EDU 98 ones I was talking about, specific for the Hope Scholars. They have workshops, receptions, and basically a ton of great student support systems when it comes to staff advising, peer advising, all sorts of great stuff. Mentorship program that you start in the fall, that where you're connected with faculty, staff, other students. So I highly recommend, for more information on that, if you identify with the Hope Scholars, to check out their website as well at hope.berkeley.edu. So the Undocumented Student Program is the last program we'll talk about today. They provide holistic, multicultural, solution-focused support for students, for undocumented students here in our community. And there's academic counseling, legal support, financial aid resources, and an extensive campus referral network. So they're located at 119 Cesar Chavez Center, again, where a lot of the programs we've talked about are located. And if you'd like more information from them, check out their website at undocu.berkeley.edu. And just a reminder, all these websites will be provided with the video. So something I'd like to highlight is that through a lot of these programs we talked about, we mentioned these EDU 198 courses. These are Education 198 transfer transition courses for the different groups that we talked about. So they're specifically for transfer students, and we have ones in our program, our entry student program, specific for reentry students. There's also one specific for student parents and a lot of the other group, veterans as well, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of the other groups we talked about. So those are Education 198 courses, again, just to clarify. I benefited greatly from doing the reentry one, and the majority of students I know who did transition courses, the EDU 198 courses, did as well and have really good things to say about them. So I definitely recommend checking those out, and it's a great way to transition smoothly into Berkeley your first semester and meet other members of your community, make connections.
And if I may add, again, in these EDU 198 courses, no matter what class you specifically take through whatever program it is that you choose, there's going to be a lot of overlap in general with the transfer experience. It's just that each course, depending on the program offering it, is going to delve in a little bit more specifically into resources pertaining to that specific identity or experience. And so, as Gina mentioned, they're really fairly informal courses, very informational, but also community-centered, where there's a lot of learning and teaching done by both staff, instructor, and the students themselves. So it is a great place to come meet folks, be heard, listen, learn, and do some teaching as well. So please check them out.
Chris and I would like to thank you for tuning in to our second edition of Wise Owls Wednesdays. Next week, we hope you'll join us again. We will be discussing financial aid and scholarships.
And in the meantime, I hope you are finding our page and these videos very informational. And please feel free to contact us at any time via email or through our website, through the Facebook page, if you have any questions or concerns. Until next week.